Join us. Circle the globe. The planet is your hunting paradise. And one man will show you the world as you've never seen it before. Danger won't stop him. Nature won't break him or prevent him from doing the impossible. Hunting the earth with bow and arrow. Be there to share this adventure. The ultimate journey for the ultimate shot.
In this episode of The Ultimate Shot, besides exciting hunting situations, you will witness a bullfight. They are still legitimate here in their native Spain.
We're in the Barrera seats, front row, front and center, so we're going to see all the action. We just arrived today. We had a crash nap for 15 minutes, and now we're at the bullfights. And we're going to see some real action, some local action. The harvest is on, and the village is having their annual bullfight here. It's a little village 80 kilometers south of Madrid, and this is a big event, and we're going to see some excitement, some local excitement here, a Spanish bullfight. These horses have enormous protection. That's just like a rhino skin. This is heavy, 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 thick, thick, thick padding. And this is the stirrup that the rider has. The reason is the bull's going to chase the horses, attack the horses. And historically they've killed a lot of horses in these multitude of bullfights that happen here in Spain every year. So now the horse has a chance, doesn't get gored. And the rider, no bull's horn's going to penetrate that. You won't see those on any cowboys out west. You can see the neck on this horse. It's Percheron. Inbred with probably some Arabian, but it's a beautiful horse. He's really well trained and he's easy going. He puts up with these close encounters with these toros. Go get him, boy.
The bull comes into the arena and it goes straight towards the toreador, backed by the cries of approval from the audience. For 200 years now, this life and death spectacle is held on the arenas in Europe and in America. Every move is well known, and the aim of the bullfighter is to challenge the bull to attack him with minimum movement. The game of love. This is how the Spanish call the dance of death, performed by the animal and the man. In fact, the game between the man and the woman is recreated in the arena. Finely dressed, with elegant movements, she lures the man to fall in her trap. Yes, you guessed it right, the sacrificial animal is the man. The brave bulls which enter the arena are specially bred animals. Their species was almost extinct when, due to the mass interest towards bullfighting, they started to breed them specifically for the sport. In Catalonia, bullfighting is prohibited by a law which takes effect on January 1, 2012. Despite mass protests of the supporters of this 1,000-year-old tradition, the parliament of this autonomous region decided to halt it. Angry citizens asked themselves what will be the next step. To ban hunting and fishing, maybe.
It's the first day of our Spanish red stag hunt. And the fog was in this morning, covered the mountain. The sun's burning it off now. It's just gorgeous. So hopefully we'll find a rutting stag and a nice one and get in and get a shot at him. It's going to be difficult in this thick brush, but when we get the shot, it'll be close. So it's a beautiful time of the year in the fall. The rut's on in North America with our elk, and the rut's on here with the red stag, but they're They're not bugling, they're roaring. So we're going to hear them roaring, and we're going to hunt the roaring Spanish red stag here in central Spain. Brush is too thick, but it's a tremendous stag. We want to have a really good look. We think he's about 16 points. We want one about 19.
The Spanish red deer is one of the largest deer species. Only stags have a thick neck and carry antlers. They start to grow in spring and are shed at the end of winter. Red deer usually stay in the same sex group for most of the year. During the rut, mature stags fight for the control of harems. From the rocky hill which we chose for observation, we heard constantly the roar of the deer, interrupted by the sudden attacks of the opponents. We saw how the rival stags challenge opponents by bellowing and walking side by side. If neither stag backs down, a clash of antlers can occur, sometimes causing serious injuries. Only mature stags hold harems, and during that time they rarely feed, losing up to 20% of their body weight. From here, we saw the deer moving beautifully at the foot of the hill, but any attempts to follow them in the thick bush appeared to be meaningless.
So they're pretty darn thick, and the stags are all calling, you can't see them. So we got to try and get one to come out in the open.
Despite the rough terrain, we decided to try our luck, and we went cautiously down the rocky slope. Even though we were very cautious, the thorny bushes betrayed us.
Okay, this is where we almost got a shot at him. You can see it's really thick. And you got to get him to step in an opening so you can get the arrow through all this twisted, tangled brush. And it's great cover. They hold up. You just need to get them into this stuff, and you need to get in with them before they stop calling. And as it gets later in the morning, we all know that the males settle down, the females settle down, the females lie down, and the males lie down, and then they stop calling. So this is where he was. We could see his horns, we could see his head, just couldn't see his shoulder. And so we just couldn't get a shot. And then the wind's swirling here because it's a basin, and we were up above, and one of the cows got a whiff of us because we've been walking all day, and we got 3 layers of clothes, and I've been wearing this coat and everything else. But we came real close. We just about had him, and he was a real beauty. He was the bull of the mountain. So there's bulls all around us still, but they're not calling anymore. So you might just run into one on the way down. But as you can see, you know, you really got to have patience, and you really got to go slow. I've been wearing those carpet slippers and pile carpet slippers, and they're the cat's meow. We should have brought a set of those slippers for the whole crew. But you just can't bring everything on these trips. We got too much stuff as it is. So anyway, we'll know next time.
The next morning, with the first shine of the rising sun, we had already positioned ourselves in the thick bush. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw a magnificent deer in the tall grass. Busy with shouting down its opponent, it did not notice us sneaking towards it.
He's down. He's coming down. He is. He's down. Got nowhere. God. Oh, the heck is that? Thank you, sir. Thanks for all the patience. Oh my God. See old Hopper. Oh. Holy mackerel. Oh. Oh. He's just a monster. You know, you never told me he was going to be like this. Our very first trophy, and there's a chance we'll get a couple more, at least one more maybe. We're going to hunt for another 36 hours, and then we got to head out, continue on our journey. But we flew in from North America 3 days ago, trying to catch up on our sleep and trying to be good guys and get our afternoon nap and everything. But we're back on time now here, and we came out here this afternoon and hunted this great old trophy. We heard about him. They said, well, you might not want him. He's got a broken tine. But we looked at him, and we looked at a lot of stags, 50, 60 stags the last 3 days, and we decided we'd take a chance and put a stalk on him, and we intercepted it, and we got him.
Well, we just finished our first calling session here for roe deer. They tell us the rut's on, and it's 32 degrees Celsius. That's their temperature, so it's probably about 85, 87 degrees here at 7:30 or 8 in the evening. And when we drove in here today at noon, there was a rutting roe deer out in the middle of the cut grain field. So we know the rut's on, and we've been calling, and they have their own calls for the roe deer. We didn't have anything come in. I think it's a little early. They think there's bucks in this area right here, but we're going to drive around and try and locate one first, I think now, and then maybe use the call or maybe try and stalk them. Hopefully we'll see some rut action. This isn't our typical November rut for whitetails. This is July, so there's no snow and there's no freezing temperatures, and the leaves are all on, and it's really windy and gusty, and the wind's blowing all over the place. So we'll see how these deer react to the call. We'll see how these deer react to the bow hunter coming here to right next to Madrid. We're within 45 minutes of the capital, but we're on a gorgeous estate, huge ranch. It's about 35,000 acres, so it's well managed, so we should have a chance.
Spain is a real paradise for hunters. The very terrain, starting from low plains and ending above the clouds with inaccessible peaks, is the home for a long list of animals. Here hunters can acquire some of the biggest trophies of fallow deer and red deer. They can put their endurance to the test in the high mountains, hunting for 2 species of chamois and 4 species of ibex. In the ultimate shot, you already witnessed the hard pursuit of the Cantabrian devil. Now we will try, with smartness and patience, to stalk a Spanish roe deer too. You will see our guide's imitation skills to attract these animals. Besides, we count on thirst, which sooner or later will bring the game near the water pits. The screams you heard from the field below us held us in constant tension. I expected to see the animals among the bushes any moment. The sun was already going down to the horizon, and our patience was also wearing out. Unexpectedly, one of the deer responded to the guide's whistle, and immediately we saw the female, followed by the male, coming through the trees. The animal was fatally wounded. But we needed something more than pure luck to find it in this thick bush. The Bavarian bloodhound, from which our guide was never separated, had again proved its qualities. The dog had discovered the deer. We rushed to help it. Otherwise, it would have inevitably been injured by the sharp horns of the wounded animal. I was running towards the source of the barking, not paying attention to the sharp thorns and bushes that tore at my skin. After the Cantabrian devil hunt, this dog had become my true friend and hunting partner.
Great trophy, great trophy.
Is it? Yeah.
Beautiful, I mean.
Yeah, he is.
Beautiful,
6 points. Yeah.
very symmetric, very heavy, quite old, maybe 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
Maybe probably 5. But it's beautiful, beautiful trophy.
Well,
Congratulations.
thank you. Well, there was...
Once again, we did it. One
We
shot,
did.
one arrow, one animal.
We saw a roe deer in the cut wheat fields, and Marco made a few calls, and all of a sudden you could hear the pitter-patter of little feet in the leaves, and the dry leaves, and all of a sudden below us broke out a doe, followed by this great buck, and it was rutting. They were chasing. He was chasing her, and they were definitely in the rut, and she wasn't totally spooked. Must have been chasing each other for a while. She did some zigs and zags and stopped just off to my left. Put the rangefinder on it at 47 yards. They're a very small target. I had to draw and then stand up to shoot over some brush, and the shot just perfect for left to right, but just a little bit back. So this is our great trophy, and just a tremendous 6-pointer. And he's got nice, long, even points. He's very even. He's a great buck, and I want to thank everybody here for making this possible for me. Okay, we've driven about 2 hours. We're in the mountains in west central Spain, and we're right next to this big canyon. And a finger off of it, there's a stream here coming down. There's thick cork trees and pine trees. And this rancher has spotted a feral goat, a big old male goat that's been kicked out of the herd and on his own, solitary. He's supposed to be a heck of a goat, long, really long horns. And he's gone wild, he's just out on his own and migrated up this canyon to this guy's ranch. And he said we can hunt it. And in Spain, feral goat's a species for Safari Club. So we're gonna go and see if we can get close enough to get a shot. We'll see. Oh yeah, he's a big goat. God, he's looking right at us too. Even the tree above him will be good if you can't see. Light didn't come on, did it? So we took the shot to get him, and it was a lethal shot, but we did put another arrow on him to finish him off. So. Yeah, they are. I can't believe they're that big. Anyway, it's a Spanish feral goat, and we think it's going to be maybe a world record for Safari Club now. So
you might think, I'm sure.
you're sure? Okay, we're sure that it's going to be another world record for us from Spain, and it's a lot of work, especially on Maxie's part, the last few weeks locating this and then keeping an eye on him, and then the last couple of days living with him day and night to make sure we knew where he was, because we just don't have that much time in this trip. Anyway, we got a great trophy. Thanks very much, gentlemen. Thanks, Maxie, for all your work. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do an official scoring on this goat. We've got 2 SCI master measurers here, so there's going to be no mistake and there's going to be no question about it. And we've got a great metal tape. So it's length and circumference of each horn, 2 measurements for each.
Tú vas ya soltando, agarrando, cuando yo diga, sin que se te ocurra que te metas.
9-1.
Okay,
So that's it.
so that's it. 81 and 4/8.
I would say close 17, 16, 17 inches.
Yeah.
Bigger than number two now.
It's what we want to do. We want to tour around the world and provide you with the ultimate shot. And it's a big job. It's a lot of work for us, but it's been a lot of fun. And so follow us as we go to our next destination.
I don't remember the name of the artist, but you know, there was a number one and number two in the book.
There was, now there's a new number one.
So this is the new number one by far.
By far, yeah.
But I would say close 17, 16, 17 inches.
Yeah,
Bigger than number two now.
yeah. Yes, well, thanks very much.
But,
I'll buy you a beer.
beer.
Okay.
But, next year I'm going to do my best to beat it again.
Good for you. Well, good luck.
In this episode of The Ultimate Shot, you will see, after our unbelievable success with the first ever bow-taken mountain inyala in Ethiopia, our hunting expedition will leave the mountains and old-growth timber and set out towards the open savanna in pursuit of several species of antelope. We will visit a small village where a local African tribe will welcome us with strange homemade drinks, potions, and rituals. In this segment of The Ultimate Shot, you will see us stretch the distance envelope for our shots on fast-running antelope, and you will experience the exotic beauty of the African continent. Be there for the next Ultimate Shot.